Before we start, can I ask you guys a question?
If you must.
That's so weird. It's my podcast. No, I was thinking about something.
Oh,
So
sorry, Drake.
Holy
I
shit.
forgot this was the OVO sweatshop. Damn.
Damn. Holy shit.
no, so okay, this is a bit random, but it's TV related. I was like, oh, you guys will probably be guys that will know about it because you're TV historians. So the other day, I randomly watched White Collar,
Okay.
like random episodes of season 1 of White Collar, and I
Mhm.
was trying to figure out why did White Collar never hit like Suits did. Like, is it just that Suits is just like lawyers, I guess, sexier than law enforcement? It was like because we used to watch, I always thought White Collar was not the better show, but just as good.
Mhm.
But it never seemed to have that like love that Suits did. And I thought maybe you guys might have some thoughts on that before we start the
Yo,
episode.
now White Collar was kind of zany in a sense. It was very it was procedural, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
propaganda.
Yeah.
yeah, but we didn't know what propaganda was then,
Yeah,
and
but
it
like a
like it
lot of
still
people
holds
write
up
off like procedural shows just from
just
the
Yeah.
jump.
because.
Yeah.
But
Wasn't it
Suits is
what
a procedural.
yeah,
It's
Yeah, but
Suits
just
it's
is
law
law.
procedural.
drama. It's not like a
Yeah,
cop drama. Like people usually write them off.
Also what Suits
Also,
is like 10
also
episodes a
Suits had
season.
like no no
no,
no
no, not at the
no
start. It was like
no.
13,
Yeah.
Yeah,
16. I
still
think.
like White Collar was like 25 or some shit
No,
like
no,
that.
no. White
It's
Collar was
the
the same
same. It's
network.
USA.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. Okay, my
But
bad.
also Suits just had more fine people.
Fair,
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
fair. Like that's
fair.
just it. Like
So
yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm kind of giving that because I
Harvey,
was like,
Harvey was compelling. Mike was kind of compelling. Rachel was pretty. Harvey's assistant,
damn.
the redhead, I forget her name. She was
Donna?
compelling too. Donna was
Yeah.
compelling. Donna, like,
so
yeah,
basically all the
Pearson was
characters were
compelling.
compelling until you got to Rachel, who was just pretty.
she wasn't very compelling. She was as
Not
compelling as
initially.
Mike. Yeah,
Not initially.
Mike wasn't particularly compelling because like Mike was someone that should have had the personality of Harvey but didn't because he didn't really believe in himself like that.
I
He was
think
just
initially I'd agree for Mike and Rachel.
yeah. They grew into themselves, their character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And it
like
happened
just like how I guess it was just Matt Bomber pulling White Collar
in terms of being
Maybe.
pretty, yeah.
until being
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah.
And
Well,
slick.
Tiffany Thiessen, Burke's wife.
His wife, yeah. That was
Yeah.
who I was thinking about.
Yeah. But
They
then apart
also
from that, it was just
they,
nothing.
both those shows also had like mole characters.
Is there more characters?
I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Like men that look like moles.
Oh.
yeah, yeah, they do.
Well, rest in peace, Billy Gossett. But yeah.
Yeah, just like short, bald, middle-aged men that like knew about things that other people didn't know about. It's more character.
This was meant to be. I thought it was be like a session where we just like praise White Collar, not put it down as opposed
Not
to
bag on
Suits.
the ugly characters in White Collar.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, anyway, okay, let's start, guys. TMT has a soundboard today, so it should be fun. TMT, do you want to give me an? Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. Are you guys ready to start the episode?
Ready when you are.
Do you want a
Yeah.
soundtrack or do you want to just do your thing?
Give me a soundtrack. It's better than what we have.
All right, let's go. Go.
Is it better than what we have?
I can play you something from my computer if that would help.
That's fine. Let's just.
Guy is tired, man.
From the vault of TNT.
Let's start the episode. Oh my god. Okay. Hello and welcome back to the Popcorn for Dinner podcast. I'm Bankole Makode, and today we start our wrap up of all of last year's TV with our top 5 episodes of 2023. And joining me to break it all down, they return after months apart. They are definitely in my top 5 friends of 2023. It's
Aw.
Eyo and TMT. How are you guys doing?
That was really cute.
It
I
was,
didn't expect you to say that last part. You've
Oh,
caught me on guard. You've caught me on
that's
guard.
nice. TMT?
I have words. Hold on. Just don't rush me. I think that it's been a crazy year and things have happened, especially in film and TV. Um, God bless America.
Well, okay, sure, okay. Um, let's start as we choose to as we want to go on. Okay, quickly, guys. Quick admin. We just wrapped up our For All Mankind season 4 coverage with the finale last week, so please check that out if you want the show. We may or may not have a cool episode, follow up episode coming later this week.
Mm.
But for now, actually, Yeah, actually, speaking of cool, Chinasa is gonna return to the podcast for like the first time since maybe our episode 3 or something. So she'll be back on the podcast. I think exactly 3 years since she was last year to join Afolabi and myself to talk about one of the best shows of last year, The Bear, which is probably at this point the best show on TV right now.
Yeah.
Um, and a show that I'm pretty sure will be heavily represented on today's episode. Then, in a couple of weeks, AM TMT will return to discuss my top 10 TV shows of the year as we conclude our wrap up of 2023.
Let's
As always,
go.
please rate and review. I'm planning on starting a monthly newsletter in the coming months. So please, for now, you can sign up via our website. The link will be in the description of wherever platform you're listening on. Yeah, okay. You guys ready to get into this?
Am I?
What did Doja Cat say?
What did she say?
Get into it, yeah.
She did say that. That's true.
She did.
That's good on her for saying that. I like this idea because I don't think we've not done this before. I didn't want to just do normal like recommendations or top
What is
10.
the idea, Banky? I don't think the listeners know what the idea is.
I think they've read the title, but the idea is that we are giving our 5 best episodes of the year. Again, it's probably, as you're going to see over the next few weeks, there's going to be a lot of debate between best and favorite, at least internally. Um, this might not be the best episodes of the year, but it's definitely our favorite, and we're just trying to find that middle ground. I should give a big spoiler warning. We're talking about episodes of TV, so there'll most likely be spoilers. We'll try our best to avoid, like, I guess, huge spoilers, but yeah, they'll almost likely be spoilers. If we're talking about a show, you can obviously just skip ahead a few minutes if you want to avoid spoilers.
I'm not gonna lie, mine will be the best, not just my favorite, but they will also be the best.
No, you know, that's not true. Because with
I
all due
think it
respect to,
is. I think it
no,
is.
with all due respect to all the shows that we're going to talk about, if we're doing the 15 best episodes of TV, they are probably coming from like 3 or 4 shows in
Yeah,
total.
yeah, mine will be there.
But we are not like, for okay, spoiler alert, no one here has the same show twice on their list.
Fair.
So, but anyway, a little surprise for you guys. Obviously, you guys have criticized me a lot, and rightly so. So I'm going to have no Succession episode on this on my list.
Oh
Um,
wow.
Mm, mm.
Oh, are you sad? I'm sorry. You can have Succession if you
no,
want.
no, no,
He
no.
looks broken.
I don't look
Portrait
broken.
of a broken man.
No, the whole point is to obviously highlight more shows and different shows that we like and love. So I'm talking about Succession
Fair.
like 11 hours on this podcast at least. Like it's
I was
fine.
gonna say it's probably more than that.
It's probably more than
Yeah,
that.
you probably talked about Succession more. Anyways,
So yeah, it's fine.
I have my bottle of wine today, so if
You do
Banky
have a bottle
mentions
of wine.
Succession, I'm gonna take a swig.
Wait, no. How would I not mention Succession? Like, obviously, I'm gonna. I just how do I have an episode on? Okay, we'll see. So we'll go. I'll start, and then Ayo, and then TMT, and snake order, then TMT, Ayo, myself. That sound
Sure.
good?
So I'm going to do
Yes,
2 in a row. That's what you're saying.
you will.
Exactly what I'm saying. Anyone have any final thing they want to say before we start?
I mean, I was gonna ask what everybody's top artist was this year based on their Wrapped, but we can do that at the end.
And
I. This is such
Why?
such a. This is. I
Why
don't
did
like
you
the fact
say
that.
that?
Yeah, I just like. I don't have like the fact
Wait,
that you have
TMT,
access
does
to this.
TMT know?
No, he doesn't. He has no idea. This is so confusing.
That was
Oh.
crazy to me. Okay.
yeah.
Anyway, Tim, are you ready to begin? Can I start?
Hey, listen, I'm just here to support you. Don't be weird. I got you. Just like do your thing.
That
Just
was
fucking
really
jump into
supportive.
it. Just fucking jump
Yeah.
into it, bro.
Oh wow.
Don't
Okay.
think about it. Just jump into
Don't
it.
think. Just
But
go.
now I'm all self conscious and scared.
Trust me. I
I'm worried
trust
about my
you.
body. I feel like
Just get
It's
I'm.
okay. It
into it.
happens to a lot of men. It's fine. Just
But it
don't
never
think about
happens
it.
to me. Like it actually never happens to me. This never happens.
But it's happening right now. So
Yeah, but I think it's just like I had some wine
Oh my god.
and I'm just really anxious at work.
wait, did we
And
do something wrong?
no. It's not you. It's definitely not you. Like
Okay.
trust me, it's not you. It's just I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think maybe I just
Okay, let's just talk through it. Let's
Do you
talk
want
through
some cocaine?
it.
yes. Yes, always yes.
Okay, Banky starts. I think
Okay,
we're
my
okay. I think I
first
got most of it out. You can start.
my first episode is from the final season of Barry, season 4, episode 3, You're
Mm.
Charming. I want to talk about that because I know neither of you watch Barry. Um,
You're gonna say
yeah,
Bobby.
I mean Bobby's always on my mind. I think Barry was constantly one of the best shows on TV during its run.
Mhm.
Um, it evolved from this like comedy about Bill Hader, who was Stefan on SNL playing a hitman with Alec Berg from Silicon Valley, to this kind of like examination of masculinity and terrible people. Everybody in the show is a bad person, just different levels of bad. Um, this episode is maybe the rare funny episode in its final season because the season got very very dark as it went on, and sometimes it's very funny. This episode has guest appearances from Fred Armisen and Guillermo del Toro, which is just insane.
Mm.
Playing kind
Mm.
of like this concierge to the criminal underworld, so he can hire assassins. It's yeah, I don't know. I think this episode, like most of the season, just puts Bill Hader's filmmaking genius on full display. He directed all the episodes this season, and yeah, it's a really good episode. Because of the way Barry's final season especially is, can't really talk about this episode because like it's just talking about the middle part of the plot. It will make no sense, but it's just a really good episode. I think one of the best of the season. I think Barry is one of the best of the year, obviously. And
What
yeah,
makes it a good episode, Banky?
Yeah, talk to me
it's
about that.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell us what you liked.
what do I like? I think it's very funny. It's a very funny episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has
Nice.
all the performances that
What sort
top.
of humor is Barry? Since I've never seen it.
It's
What sort
like
of humor?
surrealist, but also like it's just surrealist. I think it's like it's real life. It's very straightforward, but it's like there's no way this is happening, but it happens in a way that's like makes you feel like it could happen to you.
Yeah, and a lot of comedy comes from also. You're right. A lot of comedy also comes from. I don't know how you describe what kind of humor it is because a lot of comedy comes from like
It's black comedy.
Barry.
It's a black
Yeah, no,
comedy.
it's definitely black comedy. Yeah, but I'm just like Barry doing and saying things that like the normal world is like, what the fuck are you saying?
Hmm.
So comedy comes from that, but also th- there's a scene in which your Vanessa Bayer comes onto the show and she's talking up is like because it satirizes Hollywood as well, and
Hmm.
she's talking about a type of show that she wants Sally, one of the characters, to create or not to work on,
Hmm.
and she basically just speaks the entire scene in sound, and it's stupid. So it's like it's not the same.
Okay, okay, I
She's
get
like,
that.
I want the show currently is but I want it to be and the other person is replying to her in the same sound. So yeah, you get what they mean, but it's not. I don't know. That's just a random thought that
It's
came to
not
my head.
worse. No, but fair enough. I think that's a good example.
Yeah,
That's a
just
good example.
yeah, it's like I don't know if it has a particular type of comedy, but it's also definitely that type of like it's definitely a dark comedy, 100% a dark comedy. And also comedy comes from situational places where you put Barry, who is this man that thinks because he likes this girl and he just met her for the first time last week, he can
Hmm.
buy her like a MacBook as a birthday present,
Sound
which
Yeah.
like one of my boys.
and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? This is so this is so insane." So yeah, I think it's like someone like Bill Hader who came from SNL has like this full gamut of like different kinds of comedy, and then you have
Hmm.
Alec Berg from Silicon Valley and all that stuff. So yeah, no, I think very funny. It got really dark as it went on. Um, some episodes that actually, this episode also has some good action, which is something that Barry excelled on when he wanted to do it. But
Mm.
yeah, season 4, episode 3, you are charming.
Nice. Is it
Um,
This
racist to call
charming
something
man.
black comedy?
Yes, I'm
yeah,
saying
but that
it's
was
charming.
because so
It's a
the
genre
reason,
of comedy.
yeah, but like I mean, the root
It's
of it is,
African American comedy.
I mean, the root of it is kind of like is racist because they thought so black comedies are not like haha funny, so they were like, oh, black people are not funny, so let's call it black comedy, and that's how they started the thing.
Oh.
There's
What
no
about
way.
colored comedy?
There's no way. I hate this
Only if in
conversation.
South Africa.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Sorry. That was a bit of
Wow.
black comedy.
Yeah.
And I
An
TMT,
off
do the
color
thing.
remark.
TMT, do the thing.
of course, yeah, TFT, like you have a soundboard.
Sorry,
Um,
your conversation is throwing me off so much. I'm just like, oh my, should I be part
but,
of
but,
this?
but please, that was a lie. I was lying about the etymology of black
Origins.
comedy.
Yeah.
Please, yes.
Yeah.
Um, oh,
This
actually,
boy
I did
said
write down.
etymology. Look at this guy.
I just threw it in, right? Um,
Nice.
This nigga got books.
This nigga is learning. That's why he looks like And a Dudwa Nation truther.
Wow.
If you want to
Wow.
keep something from a black man, put it in a black comedy.
I don't think we're allowed to laugh at that.
Yeah, just quickly, I did
I
write
think
down
I think
some.
we're the only people allowed to laugh at that.
Okay, quickly, I did write down why, just to your point here, why I like this episode. I wrote that it manages
Okay.
to juggle all of the things that made the show great: comedy, great action set pieces, examinations of a host of terrible people who are all
Mm,
different levels of bad, which I already mentioned, and then everyone is on fire this episode in terms of acting.
Nice.
Um, and oh, I mentioned that I think the episode after this is probably an objectively better episode, but it also doesn't have Barry for like 90% of the episode. So I wanted to pick one that had more of the show's DNA in it. So I guess,
mm,
hey, we can go to your number one pick. Wait,
Nice.
are your picks ranked? Because mine aren't. Are
Mine
you guys?
aren't ranked.
Okay,
Mine
yeah, me
aren't ranked.
neither.
Yeah. So my number one pick. Sorry, my number one pick is drumroll.
I
Yeah,
don't have that on
TMT.
my
Come on,
soundboard, but let
You
me
don't.
see what I
You don't
can
got
you
look
don't
for.
drum
have a
roll?
drum
Okay.
roll on your soundboard.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
I'll
Fine.
play some crickets.
No, no, please don't play.
That's
Don't,
not
don't
the
play any cricket.
same.
Yes, please don't play cricket.
Suspense.
It's too late now.
Sound like a 70s TV show.
Kind of like that sound. That sound like the beginning of a trap. A trap banger. Trap
Oh my god.
banger.
Hey, what's your
Anyways,
number
my number
one?
one pick is Succession, episode 8, I think, of the last
Yeah.
season.
Mm.
America Decides,
Mm,
which
Good.
honestly is probably one of my favorite Succession episodes of all time.
It's so fucking incredible.
it's
I
It
good.
think
is okay, so I think everybody here has seen it, so I don't need to go into it too much. But in terms of why I love this episode, first of all, and I think I got this on the rewatch. The writing in this episode is as good as it is,
Hmm.
as good as it's ever been on Succession. So the general structure for this episode is it's election night. The company that our terrible triplets own, ATN, they
Mm,
are doing election coverage, and it's getting tense. And they have so many different motivations, all the different characters throughout it, and yeah, they're trying to see who's going to win the election and how ATN, or yeah, I think that's the name of the
mm-hmm,
whatever, how their news network covers it, because it's after, you know, uh, the patriarch has moved on, and
hmm.
this is their first. This is essentially the Super Bowl for news coverage, so they want to knock it out of the park. Um, yeah, so that's the premise for it, which is a great premise, and it starts out. It's very funny from the beginning, which I wasn't expecting it to be. Like, it's a funny
is
episode
the
of
beginning when he asked him to get cocaine? Asked Greg to get cocaine? Is that how the
Yeah.
episode starts?
yeah, around that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good from the beginning. It's funny from the beginning, and you know, we've all seen the episode how it devolves into one of the most fraught and tense scenes amongst the siblings. And I think for me, I think it was a point where it really crystallized for me that Roman is a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was the episode that really made that very, very clear to me, and but also kind of gave it like a sympathetic lean of why he has become this way. And I
Mm,
think the line that stood out, that made that stand out to me, was when he is like, he's trying to convince Kendall that they should push the election for one of the candidates that's going to help them, and he says Kendall at this point is not sure, and Roman says like nothing matters, Dad's dead, the world is a big pussy waiting to get fucked,
Mm-hmm.
oh my
and
Mm-hmm.
I
god.
was like, there's two things in that sentence that are just dad's dead and the world is like, is that they're not meant to be there together. But I think those are the two thoughts that are most driving him
Mm-hmm.
in his
Historically,
descent.
have you guys found the world to be a big pussy?
No, not really.
Oh,
Not
okay.
not but not particularly.
in,
That's
in
because you guys
fact,
aren't doing enough. Fucking sorry.
no, in fact, compared to the world, I'm the big pussy.
Oh my god.
The world
Because
is fucking
yeah,
me.
the world fucking me, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel you guys. I feel you guys.
Yeah, yeah,
On some real
that's real.
emotional shit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's some
Some.
real emotion. This is why you tune into podcasts, man. This is man breaking it down. I'm
Oh
going
my
through it.
god.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
I mean
incredible episode. I think all the main characters in this episode have such an incredible arc.
Mm,
Um, Kendall goes from trepidation, and then a betrayal is revealed to him, and he leans on the darkest pits of him. Roman actually doesn't. Roman is just bad from the jump.
No, but he grows. This
I'm
is
a
the
bad
highest point.
boy.
He ends the episode at the highest point he's ever
And
been.
has points, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Connor makes an appearance. Shiv tries to
Connor,
do things
Connor has to
and doesn't.
concede. Forgot about that.
Well,
Yeah, he has
he
to.
he has leverage also for the first time in his life. It's just
A
and
little bit of leverage.
it's amazing to see what he
Yes.
does with it. Truly,
Oh my god!
Oh,
And there's the guy
there's
that does
an
the Tucker
incredible bit
Carlson.
where Connor is talking about like which ambassador roles he could go for. And he was like, "Can I start a coup in Peru? Can I be your fun guy in Shanghai or something like that?"
yeah,
It's so good.
it's
The
good
writing is
writing.
so good
It's good writing.
in this episode.
Oh, Jesse Armstrong, man.
Oh,
Oh my god.
anyways, I remember getting to the end of the episode and feeling broken. I think also because like Trump had happened.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this for us was like, at least for me, it was like, oh wow, this is actually how some of this stuff could
I mean,
just happen.
I said it
So
when
it
we
felt so
discussed it.
real.
When we discussed the
Yeah,
episode on the podcast, like it just because 2016 was the first time I ever stayed up to watch an election night, and it was just so vivid and so I was like, oh my god, yeah. So 100%, yeah. It was this is my best episode of the season.
yeah,
Um, and just a peek behind the curtains, like we don't usually share our picks, but you kind of called dibs on this one against
yeah,
me, and I was like, I could either go for the obvious ones in this season. That was when I was like, let me just go successionless, essentially. Because like I could do the other one, I could do episode 3, I could do episode 9. It was like this is the one that I really like. This is my best episode of the season. I love the other one, this is my best episode of the season.
yeah.
Anyway.
TMT just like once Banky said he was going to do this episode, I was like, I call dibs. Like I didn't even let him finish talking. I was just like, dibs. I don't want to hear it.
It's funny, but I had to look up the actual quote, and Connor says, "Couldn't I get a sniff of even a little guy? Organize a little coup down in old Peru.
Peru?
Put me in a van to Jackie Stan. Couldn't I just be a little fun guy in Uruguay?"
So good. Oh, it's
Oh
an
my
excellent
god.
episode of television. And for me, one of the best parts was, like when it fades to black and the Succession theme, but they use like brass instruments to play it.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, I was floored. What an episode of television. Stunning.
Proper legendary stuff.
Yeah.
Stunning stuff. That's it for me. Bang.
Yeah.
TMT, what's
TMT,
your
you know,
number one
Damn,
pick?
I don't even really know how to follow an episode like that. But
just
I'm going to give
Do
you
your
a wild
best.
card. Yeah, I gave you guys my list before we started recording. So the one I'm going to name is the only one that wasn't on my list. It's the replacement one, and it is it's the last episode of Beef, uh,
Ooh.
episode 10. Yeah, it's
okay. Can I do something? Can I do something weird? Can I do something
well,
weird?
you always do something weird. So why
I
is
do always
today
do something weird.
different? Yeah.
Beef is the one should I have still not seen. Like not one, but like I should have seen by now, but I still have not seen it.
You haven't seen Beef?
I haven't. So I'll just ask
You
you.
might say that he has beef with beef.
Beef.
Were you really like? Come on, no. TNT, there's a right sound for
TMT, I
this.
set it up for you.
Sorry,
Come
sorry,
on.
I feel like that's the
sorry.
wrong one. You have to go with the horns
Wah,
going, the
wah,
blowing. Yeah, that's the
wah.
one you have to go with. To get
That was really good.
okay,
We've used this machine on Submarine Roach for like 3 years, and I still don't understand. I don't know what sound goes for what color.
can't
So
you like write on it like with
you can.
tape or
Let me
something?
show you. I have the stickers here.
So just do that.
I would never. That requires like 5 minutes of my time. You know how valuable my time is.
Anyway, okay, on
Also,
beef,
it's less fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Ride on TMT.
Yeah, man. I like
on
to
beef,
ride the lightning.
I will just. Oh my god, I'll just ask. Could you
Nice
like?
sexting.
Is it possible to avoid any big spoilers if you're talking about the finale when talking about this now?
Do you plan to watch the show?
I do plan to watch the show.
And you plan to like just really enjoy it and just dive in?
Yes,
Right?
because everybody's like it's a
As you
great
do.
show, and
Of course, I'm going to spoil it. It's the last episode of the fucking show.
Yeah,
Of course,
man.
I'm going to
I don't know
destroy
what
it.
you
okay,
want
go
from him,
What?
man.
okay, go
Come
ahead.
on,
This is why.
Yeah, come on,
this is
man.
listeners. This is what I go through for you guys. Yeah, go
Um,
ahead. Spoil.
Okay,
Spoil
TMT,
beef.
tell us why you loved the finale of Beef.
have you seen it, Ayo, first of all?
Of course, I've
Of
seen
course,
it.
of
I
course,
watched it
I-
on my honeymoon. That's how serious I am. That's how much I live and breathe this
You-
shit.
Does-
You should
does
have
Steven-
watched.
does
You should have
Steven
watched
Yeun
what?
die?
Go on.
Does
Go
Steven
on.
Yeun die?
No one dies.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Okay, continue.
You should have watched White Lotus on your honeymoon. Season two. Um, you haven't seen White Lotus season two?
No, he
Of course, I
hasn't.
have.
He's like,
Yeah,
why?
okay. I was
Like,
thinking about
why
like,
do you hate him?
and I'll be like,
Yeah,
this is a horror movie for anyone on their honeymoon, just like
yeah.
watching TV together. You guys
Yes,
will
it
just be like,
is.
what the fuck?
Follow follow that up with Gone Girl, for example. Like,
Oh my god. Okay, so I like this episode because one, beef is like it's not particularly as far as like narrative is concerned and just pacing, it doesn't drive you to watch it. Like the premise is very interesting, and I think if they have later seasons, I imagine it's going to be like an anthology, and every season is just going to be a different beef between two characters and how they escalate, which is a great premise for just an anthology series. I think for this one the premise is pretty solid, but like it just doesn't go as far as I need it to go. I think the next season of beef should do with like two government agents, like a lowly CIA guy and like a lowly NSA guy or FBI guy. And eventually their beef just leads to the collapse of America as we know it. That would be amazing. Um, but as far as this show is concerned, it's like a down on his luck handyman and
hmm
a super rich, successful. Um, I think is she an artist? I
She's
can't
an
She's
remember.
an artist,
entrepreneur.
yeah.
She's an
I've seen the first
entrepreneur.
episode, yeah.
Yeah, she's like a tech babe or something.
No,
Um,
no, no. I think she sells something. I've forgotten what it is.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
isn't her
yeah.
plants?
husband like
Plants. I
in
think it's
like an
plants.
art family or something?
Yeah, her
Yeah,
husband is in an art family and he's
yeah,
an artist, but
Isn't
she
she
yeah.
the
sells
curator?
plants. No,
No,
she
no,
sells
Oh,
plants.
she
plants.
sells
Oh, fair
plants.
enough.
Yeah.
Oh,
But she's really successful,
She's a
and
gardener.
she's having a bad day. He's having a bad day. They start this crazy beef that takes them to insane, like truly insane places. And on
hmm.
the last episode, they're both like stranded in the desert, like just against each other, and they try and kill each other. But then they end up realizing that like if they don't work together, they'll die because they're in the middle of nowhere. They don't have phones. They don't have anything, and they end up really opening up about their lives and like how the beef took them to this point, just based on like what they were going through. And I think they just realized in the end, come on, we're both Asian. Like we shouldn't be doing this to each other. You know, it's honestly the best episode of the show because usually I'm like, oh, what does this person do? What does this person do? What's going to happen next? But you just realize like pretty early on that like, okay, this thing is over, and they tie everything off with like because they've spent so much of their time and resources trying to destroy each other. They kind of really know each other intimately,
Mm.
and at the end, they realize that look, this is like the person that knows me the best in the world right now. And it's like he hugs her waking up in the hospital, she hugs him back. No, she hugs him, he hugs her back, and I'm just like, oh, nice.
Oh, this is not what I thought the show was about from the first episode.
It is
But
not what it's about. That's just how it ends. But like the show,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
the
is
show itself, it's one of those shows that's about the journey, not the destination.
fair,
Yeah, but that's my
fair enough.
pick. That's my first pick. Enjoy.
Okay,
nice.
how are we gonna? Okay, we need to actually. We really don't want pick each,
What's
and
your second pick?
we're 30 minutes in. We need to actually pick up the pace. Okay,
Yeah,
TMT,
yeah,
you're
Oh,
yeah.
next.
you need to pick up the pace.
Yeah, okay, TMT, you're next. Oh, okay, so everybody's drinking except me. Fine,
Yes,
cool.
sir. Okay, let's go into my second pick. My second pick is the legendary Forks from the legendary show The Bear. And what really happens in this one is just like it's like Richie's coming of age story. Finally, he's home. He's home. And it's like I guess it's a major contrast from what's the baker boy from Odd Future? What's his name again? I've forgotten.
Marcus, yeah,
Marcus, yeah. So
Marcus, yeah, yeah.
Marcus goes to like Copenhagen and he does
Mm-hmm,
this like beautiful thing with Will Poulter, and
mm-hmm,
his is from a place of joy and curiosity, and Rich's is from a place of just truly breaking the cycle of what it is to be um what's the term, a fuck up.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Richie really, and the thing about Richie is that he's very set in his ways as a person, and this show kind of takes advantage of that. They try and make this like guy who thinks things should be done a certain way for the most ridiculous reasons ever. Once you put a guy like that in fine dining, it actually works because it means that he's not going to compromise his ideals of like how things should be served or what things should look like, to the point where like it's just brilliant because I think the perfect moment that encapsulates that is where these people are in the restaurant and they ask for a deep dish pizza,
Mm-hmm.
and the chef is putting it together for them, and he's so excited because it's like food he actually cares about. And then the chef puts something, and it's like, "What's that?" They're like, "Michael Basil." It's like, "Fuck yeah, Michael Basil!" And it's just, mwah. It's just it's beautiful storytelling, and sometimes you just want to see a guy like Richie win. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's all
yeah.
it is. And yeah, I was happy to see him win. So yeah, that's my episode. That's my pick. Was that concise
I
enough for you,
loved Forks.
Banky?
Whoa, I would never try to censor you. I have thoughts on Forks, but I want to kind of like share them later when Ayo says his own pick.
And it's funny
Yeah,
because my second pick is also from the Bear, and it's the
Yeah,
episode before Forks. It is
exactly. Yeah.
Fishes, aka the Feast of Seven Fishes, aka
what you eat forks with forks?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Hey, why is it called Feast of Seven Fishes?
That's something they try and get to the bottom of in the episode a lot
That
of
was
times,
that was what I was referencing. Oh my
and then
god.
never do, and then
Yeah,
never do. But yeah, this is another episode of the Bear, and it is honestly, I think, Banky, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this might be the Bear at its most chaotic.
honestly.
Yeah, the first half
It
of this
starts.
definitely
It
100%.
starts with. It starts with 3 minutes of calm with the three Bazzato kids
Yeah.
outside talking to each other, and then I think for the next 10 minutes, it is straight
Oh,
chaos.
it's more than 10 minutes.
No, no, no. I mean, just
Oh, straight.
intense. I think it's
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah.
intense for the next
Hmm.
10 minutes. It's just pure chaos.
Yeah.
So in this episode, the Bazzato children are in their family home
Hmm.
for Christmas dinner, and it's the feast of seven fishes where they eat seven fishes for some untold reason. And hijinks ensues. They have different members of the family, and they pop in and pop out and show out really. So it is a guest star heavy episode. It has Banky. Name
All my
them.
favorite people.
It
Well, I
does
mean,
have all of Banky's favorite people.
John
Bob Odenkirk,
Mulaney.
Sarah
John
Paulson,
Mulaney, who I was just like, why are you doing here?
John
Bob
Mulaney, who is
Odenkirk.
incredible.
He's
He's
incredible in
he's
that.
so
His character actually reminds me of Ayo.
I
Actually,
see that. I see
yeah, I see
that
it.
because
I
when I
see it
was
so much.
rewatching it, I saw
Yeah.
it. There's a scene with him and the two facts where
yeah.
Oh
he's
come
like,
on.
I'm just
"I'm
gonna give you
gonna
the money
give you the
because
money
you have to
because
call
you
me and
bring
tell
so
me.
much fun to my life." And I'm like, "That's me.
He said
That's the kind of stuff I do."
he said, and I quote, "You guys always fucking deliver." And he said it
You
like a
always
like a
deliver.
he said it like P.T. Barnum in the 1800s, like just a shady circus owner. I was like, yeah, you guys are fucking, you're amazing.
Bob Odenkirk coming off Better Call Saul, Sarah Paulson,
Mm.
um, Jamie Lee Curtis doing the performance she should have won the Oscar for. Not
Fair.
not.
Not fucking sausage fingers.
Wow.
Who else? Oh, Julian Jacobs is the first time we actually see her.
Yeah.
Playing
True.
Rich's ex-wife, and then obviously the goat Johnny Bernthal coming back again, like
For a
Boy.
masterclass.
another
Or a fucking
another
masterclass.
masterclass.
A masterclass. So I love this episode because I think it's pure unadulterated chaos for the first about 30 minutes
Hmm.
with like little bits of calm. So there's a conversation that Richie has with his wife
Yeah.
upstairs.
Hmm.
There's a very quiet and nice conversation that uh, the
Well,
two Bazzato
Kami,
boys have.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kami and Michael, yeah.
And then it goes into the second half, which is honestly probably my favorite bit of anything this year.
Hmm.
What's up?
Where they're at the table and the forks start flying.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think from the minute that I've forgotten who made the first jab, but between Mikey and the uncle, I've forgotten his name.
Better
Yeah.
call
Someone makes a
Saul.
jab about yeah, Uncle Saul.
What
Someone makes a
Uncle
jab
Saul?
about
Was it the part about have we heard the grace before? Something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, about
Yeah.
seeing the grace before, and from then on, it is yeah, it's so exhilarating, it's so tense. John Mulaney gives a scene stealing,
Oh.
episode stealing prayer.
So I think I told you there's like I was like,
Yeah,
oh, this guy just flexed. This guy being Christopher Stoll just flexed and got all his friends. He got John Mulaney. I was like, John Mulaney is doing this as a favor. And then he gets to the grace, and I'm like, "Oh my god, are you the greatest
Yeah.
actor on TV? What
bro,
is this?"
You,
completely scene stealing.
you know what's crazy about John Mulaney's presence in that family is that like for a lot of it, you are wondering like why would he
Why
marry
is he
into a
here?
family? Why would he marry into a family like this? And you realize that like with after his interaction with the Fax brothers and just his grace, he's not a chaotic person, but he likes to be around chaotic people
He
Yeah.
because they
loves it.
entertain him to
And they
no end.
all love and respect him as opposed to what they do with Nat's husband. I can't remember his name.
Sugar's husband, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pete, I
because
think.
you can see that
Yeah.
the two very different interactions with the two
yeah.
men. Yeah,
Because
and
Nat's
Yeah, but that's
husband,
it for me, man.
Nat's
That was
husband
such a
tries
great
to live
episode.
up. He tries to live up to them, whereas John Mulaney just does his own thing. He's not even remotely in. He's just nothing like them. He's very New
yeah.
York and posh and like proper, but he doesn't try to be anything else. Whereas Nat's husband is like this. It's like he's like this weird stockbroker guy that just like, he tries to be down with, and they're just like get the fuck out of here. Like,
So Fishes is 5? No, 6.
6, yeah,
6 or 7, I don't remember.
6 or 7
yeah.
actually. Actually, I don't know because 4 is Copenhagen. 5 is when I think when Kami goes to a house party for the first time.
Don't
Uh,
forget the most overlooked line John Mulaney drops is when the Fax brothers ask him, "Do you have $500?" and he
He
replies,
says, I'm a
yes.
40
"Yes, I'm a 43-year-old man. I
year old
do
man.
have access to $500."
It's so good. It is so good. It is so good.
Oh my god.
Something that
y-
did jump out to me in the rewatch
yeah.
was there's a moment that Sarah Paulson has with Carmi.
Hmm.
And I don't think I clocked that moment the first time I watched this episode. It's a really quiet moment where she tells him, "Come live with me in New York. Like
Yeah.
this place is not good for your head." And I was like, "Oh wow. I don't even remember that happening." I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
because of all
Because
the chaos in the episode.
yeah, because I remember clocking that first time I watched it, but I think also because like I think in season 1 they tell us that he's been in New York,
In
right?
New York, yeah.
And I think that was where Sid saw him chefing it up. That's how she obviously fell in love with his cooking and everything. So it makes sense.
that's
She
what
was just like,
that's
you
where he met
can't.
Joel McHale.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, it
that's why he
was
was
New York.
working
Yeah.
under Joel McHale. And she was like, look, I think she saw it in him. She was like, you have something. You are going to become Mikey if you stay here.
Yeah,
Or
Like,
your mom.
oh, exactly. Like, which is obviously interesting because obviously Richie calls him Donna in the finale. But just like, you need that space. You need a bit of like just normalcy to actually get what you can achieve. Fishes is episode 6, Fox is episode 7. So my thoughts on because I was gonna do Fox if like if nobody took it because I think that episode has to be
all three of us tried to
represented.
take it. All three of us tried to
I
take
didn't
it.
try to say Fox. I
Well,
never
because
wanted
you because again you called
because I
dibs on
called dibs on
Fishes,
fishes.
but even like I don't even know.
Real
Like
niggas called dibs,
I
man.
would I will go into the octagon to fight about which one is better. Like I don't know if I can. What was that to? What was that
I
for?
came in with the sun, dun, 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 effects.
Yeah.
It sounds like that AI Drake and the Weekend song. It does. It
Can
does.
we go to like this episode kind of mirroring, and I feel like a thing that the show has always done in an odd sense is just mirror Jeremy Allen White's character in Shameless, like super smart, talented guy from a very chaotic family, and is constantly looking for ways out. Both alcoholics, probably in real life as well, based on recent news reports. And then
Yeah,
yeah, and they're both like constantly being offered these ways out, and they take it for a
going up
little
the
while
spot.
sometimes, but they just end up returning back to the chaos. Hence, the show we have.
Love
Thank
chaos.
you.
That
Well
was
done.
amazing, TMT.
Yeah, I have nothing to add. I
Yeah,
don't know because I
no
haven't watched
notes.
Shameless. Yeah.
Also, same.
No, but I think I was watching. I was like, Fox to me felt like the obviously Tim, you compared it to the Marcus episode, but it felt very much like the opposite
Mm-hmm.
to Fishes. When I was
Mm-hmm.
watching, when I rewatched everything, I was like, Fox is as opposed to the very uncontrolled chaos in Fishes. There was controlled chaos in the kitchen. You never feel like they don't have control over what they're doing
Yeah,
in the restaurant. You see people living up to their potential
yeah,
as
Mm,
opposed to in Fishes where Mikey is not, Donna is there, like Richie is begging for a job, Kami is coming back from Denmark but like might not be able to make it out if he doesn't go to New York.
yeah,
People actually getting along, and I think the thing about Fox is that it's a happy episode.
it
yeah.
is.
It's like it's an episode like even when Rich is playing Taylor Swift and driving in his car, like it's a happy episode. Fishes is not a happy episode.
It
I
is not.
agree. I agree.
So I found out very. I was like, oh, this is the
It's like Black Mirror.
polar opposites of two episodes. Anyway, um, oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, it is
So,
your turn. You're
oof,
gonna
okay,
do two now.
Yeah. So my next episode is
It's just my turn. Let me put that pussy on your sideburns. Sorry.
The Great,
Ooh.
Exactly. Nicki
season
Minaj.
3, episode
Oh,
6.
TV
That
show.
was very
Sorry.
good, TMT. That was so good, TMT. Pink Friday 2 out now. Shout out the Barbs.
Yo, sorry.
I asked somebody, I asked somebody at work. I asked somebody at work on Monday. I was like, yo,
Mm.
did you go to
Are you
Gag
pop?
City this weekend? Because, I was talking about Nicki Minaj, but she didn't know what I was talking about, so.
HR complaint. Hey,
Bro,
might be unemployed in a few days. Hey,
this might be my full time thing soon.
hey. Yo, sorry for all the listeners. Ayo and I were on the same album. This was this like 2 or 3 months ago.
Which
Donley's
album?
Donley's album.
I was not on Donny's album, my
Oh, I
dear.
thought you produced on Donley's album. I saw your name on one of the
Yeah, Ayo,
credits.
why didn't you produce on Dolly's album?
Because I didn't make any beats this year.
Oh, damn! I'm pretty
I
sure I
for-
saw your name.
yes, at times it's actually funny, brother, because I keep wanting to talk to you about that, but I keep like forgetting.
What's up?
Just to mention, just to point out, just to like confirm that was actually you on Donny's
Yeah,
album.
yeah, that was me on Donley's album.
Oh, congrats, man.
Hmm.
That's
Dog,
amazing.
Hmm.
I'm going to look through the songs, but I'm pretty sure I saw your name on somewhere on the album.
Man, you think I would not know if I produced a song? I haven't produced a song in years, my dear.
Who was
Nah,
that person you produced
yeah,
for?
yeah, gaslighting me.
It was Issa IS or Issa.
Do I know who that person is?
Why would you say it like that?
That's what he says at the beginning of his songs.
Okay, let's. While TMT confirms that he's not being gaslit, The Great, season 3, episode 6, titled Ice. This is, guys, if you want to watch The Great, the final season of The Great, and you haven't yet, skip this because I'm going to talk about spoilers here.
Yeah, let's go.
Um, so skip for a couple of minutes or so. This is a truly incredible episode in which Peter finally dies. Um,
Which Peter?
Peter the Great. No,
Of
Nice.
no, no, no.
Russia.
It's not Peter the Great. No,
It
Peter the Great is
wasn't.
dad.
It was his
That was
dad.
close.
Yeah,
But that was what you wanted.
that's what I
That's what
wanted.
you
I
wanted.
wanted you to say that.
Yeah, and I remember watching this episode because he dies in like maybe the first 20 minutes. I remember watching. I was like,
Yeah.
"This is already a great episode," and I was like, "If he does die now, these guys will be insane for this," because there's an 8-minute scene between Nicholas Holt's Peter and Elle Fanning's Catherine that just it runs the full like spectrum of their emotions, their relationship, their chemistry for the 3 seasons. Like they fight, they joke around, they flirt, they are negotiating. It's just an incredible scene. Acting, writing, everything is so on point. And I remember I think I wrote it down like if this is where he died because we all know we're all waiting for him to die because we know that Peter died much earlier in real life than in this story. So waiting for him to die. And I was like, this is where they actually pull the trigger. Then well done to this show. But it was just a really, really good episode. After he dies, the next 2/3 of the episode is just a masterclass in like Fanning's days and
Oof.
denial acting,
Oof.
more political backstabbings. The
Oof.
the Archbishop of the Russian Catholic Church is flogging himself because he wants to fuck the slave that he has
Oh
sent
man.
to
Oof.
the male slave that he has sent to plant seeds of distrust among the peasants. It's just
Oof.
normal of the great stuff, but also just incredibly like chaotic and just
It is heightened. It is heightened after the death of
yeah,
Peter.
yeah, and it's a it's a really good episode.
Yeah.
It
Um,
is. I think you can go as far as saying it's a
it's a great episode.
great
Yeah,
episode.
I could do that.
Come
Well
on.
done,
We
finally.
got it. We got one. We got one.
Finally. So yeah, that's my second pick, The Great season 3, episode 6, titled Ice.
Nice, nice.
Um, my third episode is the second episode of the Beckham documentary, Seeing Red,
Ooh, that was
titled
good.
Seeing Red. This
That was
documentary
good.
is, I think, unanimous. We all just really love this documentary. It might be a piece of vanity propaganda, like every other documentary that which is exactly produced by the person, i.e., The Last Dance, but it doesn't matter because it's just great stuff. Um, the second episode really like I thought it was just a really good piece of television. It starts with
Propaganda,
me.
like
It
Premier League
starts
Cup.
with the aftermath of Beckham getting the red card in the '98 World Cup and just kind of
Mm-hmm.
how the country reacted to him. And on one hand, I'm like, oh yeah, this is as a football fan, I'm like, yeah, football is important. I'm glad you guys are seeing it. But also, as a generational hater of the English team and the English fans, I was like, can you guys see how tapped these guys are? These guys are all stupid and they've always been
Fucking
like this.
ridiculous. They are fucking
Like,
ridiculous.
like Beckham was 23, man, 23, and they were like doing effigies of him strangling to death. It was ridiculous. But yeah, just like I think this is the first time, maybe even the only time, I can't remember the rest of the season, where we actually get to like go into Beckham's psyche
Mm.
and see actually what was going on. Like we see his depression, and then it just switches to his ability to compartmentalize because of his trauma and his dad basically abusing him and his the whole Teddy Perkins thing. And you're just like, oh my god, this is like a lot.
I can't believe you didn't use this as a segue for my depression thing.
Why would
Could
I?
have like been like, it could have been like, speaking of depression, um,
No, because I'm not going to put your depression thing on the in the episode. My
I've
god.
already put it in the episode, so
I
now you
will
can
cut
play
it.
with
I
it.
was going to cut it out, and I'm still going
Oh,
to cut it out because,
oh.
oh my god, like
Damn, Banky don't want anybody to know about mental health on his stuff, man. This is
I just
crazy
don't.
to
I
me.
don't want people. I don't want people's information out there in
Shout out
public.
mental health, man. If you got a mental
Shut up,
illness, stand the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
shut,
up, man. Let me see
shut
your
up,
fucking hands.
Yeah,
shut up, mental.
Jesus is
he's
the
the
one.
one. He's the one. Damn, Betty
Um,
White actually died this year, Sha.
was it this
Shout
year?
out Zach Fox, man. This guy is crazy,
Was
man.
it this year or last year?
It was last year, I
Was
think.
it last year?
I
Damn.
think it was last year. Anyway, well,
Oh
last
shit.
year being
Is
2022.
it my turn?
Whoa,
No, I was
Kenny.
finished.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, I think like to getting into his mindset, his depression, his childhood trauma, and I think like a lot of times like editing on this show was just really good. Like there's a part I wrote down where, hey yo, are we
Can I can I really
are we,
rock?
are we okay? There's a part where like his dad is talking about like raising David especially and being so strict. And it was like it was just a pleasure. He being David loved it. He enjoyed it, and then it cuts to David being like, I was more scared
I
when he
hated
was there because
it. That
I
was
knew
good.
what
I
he would do
remember
to me.
that.
Yeah,
And
that was funny. I remember that.
also gets
Have you watched the last few episodes of The Crown? Or the
no.
latest episodes?
At
Well,
the
I
time of
guess
recording,
episodes one
the
to four.
last episodes are not out.
Yeah, yeah, no. I mean episodes 1 to 4 of the new season.
Yeah, yeah, I have.
Did you see any parallels between how the paparazzi were treating Beckham and how they treated Diana?
I mean, yeah, that would track these around the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
So
around
for
the
me,
same
watching The
time.
Crown, I was like, oh my god, that's how they were doing Beckham. But
I
hers was
mean,
obviously worse, and
yeah, well, I mean, was it?
I mean,
Oh, okay.
I
Let's
mean the
not even.
paparazzi. Yes, I don't think the country hated her as much as they hated Beckham, but the paparazzi, I think she definitely
Okay,
handled
Yeah.
it a lot
okay,
worse
that's why.
than
Okay, that's kind of what I meant. Because yeah,
Also, tabloids. That being said, when you spoke about the Crown, I was just like, man, I don't watch the fucking Crown. And
damn.
I started having like a dialogue with myself, and I was like, why don't I watch the Crown? And then I
so
realized,
I've been
You
working on my
realized
top
what? What
10.
did you
Wait, wait, wait,
realize?
what did you realize?
if I want to see which white people traumatize each other, I'll just watch Succession.
Oh, White
Yeah,
Lotus.
but like that section is funny. This one is just like
True, true.
no. So I've been working on my top 10, and spoiler alert, like the crown is not going to be on it. But I was wondering why, because there was a point when like the crown would have been an automatic entry into my top 10 list, and I
Yeah,
don't know
Did
if
they
it's
maybe season 2. Like, how long
no, it's
ago was that, Banky?
up to season 4.
Really?
did they
Automatic
ever
entry?
address?
Season 4 is like Olivia Colman, Joshua Connor. Yeah, I think by season 4, yeah,
Oh yes, season 4. Season 4.
yeah,
Yes, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yes. Fair.
So I don't know if it's like the show has. I don't know if the show. I don't know if the show has actually got worse or we've just lost. Because I still watch these shows and I'm like, I'm enjoying the episode by episode. But I think it just maybe we've
I
lost
thought
interest.
about it. I don't think it's worse. I think it's two things. I
Mm,
think the first thing is like it's about stuff that we know about now, kind of
yeah,
like vaguely, like we vaguely know about it. And secondly, it's only about that stuff now.
I have a question. Did they
yeah,
Go
ever
ahead.
that
address?
makes sense. Yeah,
Do they ever address Philip being like a molester on the show?
Not
not a
since.
molester, but they
Yeah.
addressed that he probably did some things outside the marriage. But again, not in a way, not in a definitive way, because there's no definitive answer.
Right,
It's
right,
kind
right.
of
Fair
like
enough.
this probably happened.
So they
Um,
didn't cast David Epstein.
Oh, do you mean Andrew?
oh, you meant Andrew,
Yeah,
not
Sorry, I meant
Philip.
Andrew.
not since like season 3. I don't
I
think
meant
they've shown
Andrew.
him.
Yeah,
Okay.
plus they've not got to that age yet of like he's
Of him
still
molested. I mean, he probably molested him right
he
now,
probably it was probably yeah at this
like
point,
where they are in the
in
show.
the late 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
Just quickly on Beckham.
Shout out the royal family. I love you guys. I beg, give me passport.
I mean, the episode got Simeone's guest appearance. Well, I also want to talk about. I also want to put Beckham here. Speaking of paparazzis, there are two people that appear in both the Beckham doc and the Wagatha Christie doc, which is the like the brother paparazzis. I guess paparazzo is
Nice.
the plural.
Oh, that's true.
So I just wanted to like shout out the Wagatha Christie doc because that was funny as fuck. I enjoyed that show a lot.
I think I preferred it to the Beckham documentary.
It's more fun. But
I
it's not
definitely
as
had a
good.
lot more fun.
It's not remotely as good.
It's
But
not really as good, but it's definitely more fun. That was
I
a
haven't
fun
seen it.
Friday night.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my Christmas watch list.
Oh,
So
it's
yeah,
so good.
you can do
It's
it in
so
one
good.
night. It's 3 episodes, like 40 minutes each. Like it's just
nice.
fun. It's like you know how you're drinking now. That's what you should be doing when you watch it.
Yeah.
Uh, I remember one time I was watching the doc, like third episode, I was like, I don't actually know who won this case, and I was like, Bankole, only one person is doing a
What?
documentary.
There's only one person
That's the
here.
person that won the case.
Look, even I had that moment because they do a really good job of building up the tension
Yeah, I was
until
like,
you think about it for like 3 seconds and you're like, actually.
It's Rebecca Vardy.
no, not a bad impression. Okay, who is next? There you're
It's
next.
me. It's me. And do you know what my next show is? If you had
Right.
told me at the beginning of 2022
Ooh,
that I'll be
I
talking
know.
about this show at the end of 2023, I would
I'll
have
let
said
you
you're
at
a
TMT
fucking
cook
liar.
here.
Look, wait, Tempty, do you know what this is? Can you guess what TV show
It's
my
a
next
show that
episode is
you
going to
love
come
as
from?
well, or you really enjoy.
One Network.
No, that would be too obvious.
That'll give it away. That'll give it
That would be
away.
too obvious.
No, it wouldn't. Is it
Yes, it would.
HBO?
Yes, it
Is
would.
it? Is it FX?
It's a
Just say it.
streamer. It's a streamer.
Yeah, as a streamer.
It's probably Paramount Plus because they have like four good shows.
He told you a 60-year-old white man.
I
Oh, I
don't.
love
I don't have Paramount Plus anymore. After I finished watching The Good Wife,
Okay, I don't know what show. I can't guess. I honestly can't.
it's Foundation. So my number three episode is
Oh, okay,
long
yeah.
ago, not far away. The penultimate episode of season 2 of Foundation. Season 2 of
Mm.
Foundation is a completely different beast to season 1. Season 1
Mm-hmm.
was a lot slower. It did a lot more world building, and niggas were talking. Man, they were talking. They were just talking. They were just
Season one is 80% exposition
talking.
dialogue.
They were yanning. They were just yanning, and like not about interesting stuff. Really, it
Mm-hmm.
was like
Just
math.
yeah, like how the basic
Maths.
physics of their universe
Yeah,
works. Yeah,
they were like, let's talk about math. Like this, like we're drowning because there's a lot of water here. Why? And then talk about that for a long time. But season
yeah,
2, starts with a sex scene that turns into an assassination attempt. It is
yeah.
incredible from the jump, and it just keeps building and building and building up until the penultimate episode, which does everything you want from a sci-fi action fantasy show. It starts
Mm.
off with a great reveal told through flashbacks, a betrayal. It has freaking spaceships flying and fighting. We have a big spaceship flight. It has a character that we thought was gone come back. It
Mm.
has peril for all the people that we love.
Playing all
Mm.
the hits.
It kills at least 2 people that we love.
True, true.
And the balance of power shifts so much in that one episode that you're just like, where could this show go? What could happen next? I think it might be a perfect episode of like fantasy sci-fi.
Fair
It
enough.
was so good. It's so good. It's as
Yeah.
good as it gets, I think.
Do you know I was spending like while you were talking and you were building up the show and talking about just how good it is, which I agree with you completely. I was thinking of like a um um honest trailer name for Foundation, and I came up with one. I think it's really good.
What is it?
Game of Clones.
Oh, that is a good one.
Thank you.
That is a good one.
Thank
Are
you.
there clones in the show?
Bro,
Come on,
there are
dog. Come on.
clones. There
Come
are
on, dog.
clones.
Come
Game
on,
of
dog.
Clones is actually a great name for
The
this.
Emperor.
Empire. Empire is a
Empire.
clone.
Empire.
Fair
So
enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is my number
I
three
think I need
pick.
to start Foundation. You guys have spoken
I
about it
think
way
you
too
do.
much.
I think you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just everything happens in this episode. Everything, and it's so perfectly pitched.
hmm I agree. It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful episode of television.
A
Quite
masterclass,
literally.
as the kids say.
Yeah, it slaps. as the older
As the
kids say.
kids, oh, the older kids. Okay.
Yeah.
TMT, was your next?
Okay, mine is. It's been a long, long time.
Oh, the gay episode.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Thank you. You can't say that anymore, man.
Just say all of them.
Yeah,
Okay, when you record
it's
after 9 p.m. Sorry, continue.
it's the gay episode of The Last of Us. Just like an unbelievable performance from the one, the only Nick Offerman. A solid performance from
Oh,
was
so
it Anna-
you're drawing the line in the sand right now. You're saying like Nick Offerman was that much better
Better.
than.
Yeah. I'm
well,
actually
I
quite
don't think it
shocked.
was that much better, but Murray, look, the thing about Murray Bartlett was fucking amazing because he's a powerhouse, and
I
he's since
thought he was the best.
yeah he was
Who
probably
do you think was
better.
the best?
Murray Bartlett,
Oh yeah, because TMT was like
Nick
Nick Offerman
Offerman.
was
Yeah.
great, better. Yeah.
No, yeah. No, Nick was Nick killed it.
He killed
Like
it. He killed it.
I think I think they're both going to be up. I don't know if they're going to be up for lead. Oh, it's probably going to be guest.
No,
It's
big
going to
No,
be
no,
guest.
it's
guest.
guess.
It will
Big
be
guest.
They were
guest.
both nominated. They were both nominated.
Yeah, yeah. So
Because
who
when
do you
it's
think
coming
is
out,
going to
they
win?
would have done the Emmys anyways. I don't actually know who would win guest in a drama. Probably one of them or somebody from from Succession. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Now if you
it's gonna be
yeah
some for Succession. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
yeah now if you've played the Last of Us game, you know that Bill is an actual character, and what really happens in this is that in the game they show that he's killed himself by the time they find him,
Hmm.
and there are clues around the game that show that it was because of the loss of a partner. And this episode just expands on that and just really, it really expands the universe in a beautiful
But
way
he doesn't.
because
They
it
don't say
tells.
he's gay in the game, right?
No, no, no. I don't think they really show his partner in the
Yeah, because I
game.
remember the those
Because of the
people
military industrial
yeah they
complex.
were getting angry about it when the episode came out. Like, you wokeness
That's
into our
gay.
games and all of that rubbish. So
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. The music is amazing. Um, the storytelling, the writing just builds like slow transformation from this gruff survivalist to
hmm
like an actual functional person when the world is dying. It's just pure. It's amazing
it's
writing.
a
But
really
yeah,
good
that's all I'll
episode.
say.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, I
really
don't
good
want I don't want
episode.
to get into it too much because I don't know how much time we have. But like proper good stuff, lad.
Yeah, that's just
It was
unanimously agree
excellent.
as a really
It
good
was
episode.
excellent.
Yeah. You have one more TMT or another one.
I do. In fact. Oh my god, this is my second to the last one. We're really moving quickly.
Yeah, I feel so jealous. I did not
Um,
drinking.
so mine is the paradox of intermediate transactions. I don't know if you guys have been
This is Fargo.
what. This is 100% Fargo.
I have not seen Fargo.
What episode is this? Episode what number?
It's episode 5
No, season 5.
of season 5. Yeah. Sorry, it's
Didn't
season
it
5.
just
It's
come out?
episode 3. It's episode 3 of season
Episode 3 of
5.
season 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like it's a beautiful episode. It just came out. So I don't want to spoil it for you guys. It came out like on the 20th of November, but it is brilliant. It's basically so Juno Temple's character is really a woman on the run, and I think 2 episodes into the show, you're like, okay, you kind of get an idea of why she's on the run, and this episode really shows her at her like it shows how resourceful she
Mm-hmm,
is. She
mm-hmm.
is genuinely one of the like she's just ready for action. And like there's this theme of the entire
Tiger
season.
for real.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I was going to go. Yeah. So there's this theme for the entire season where she's like 3 different characters have called her a tiger,
Mm-hmm.
and like you see bits of it. You know she's resourceful, she's intelligent, but then you start to realize why she's a tiger. In the newest episode, there's a quote that if you try and hunt a tiger, you will fall into its trap. And that's the thing. Like this season of Fargo just shows that she's Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone on
She is
steroids.
Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. She is.
On steroids, like she's
Yeah.
just like, and the thing is, like she's a 5'2" like blonde woman with that North Dakota / Minnesota accent, and she's just the most. She looks so vulnerable all through the show, but like she
She's
is
fucking
a
shit up.
very, dude, she's a
Oh,
very dangerous person.
yeah.
I'm so
She's
excited.
she might be the most like top. I don't think there's ever been a Fargo main character as dangerous as she is. Genuinely, I think she's
Well,
the
because
most
the main
dangerous
characters are
one.
usually like I mean, we don't know her full story yet as point of recording, but the main characters
No,
are usually like criminals and like
no,
sometimes bumbling criminals on
no, the
Fargo.
main. So the main characters are either criminals or people like her husband in the
Yeah,
show. So just people who find themselves in a world of crime by mistake. But
yeah.
she's not even a criminal by any
She's
chance.
just
She's just
competent.
yeah, she's just very competent. And yeah, like I look forward to seeing her every week because of the show, and it's
Yeah.
amazing. So
This
check
is
that
so
out.
exciting. I decided I was going to watch Fargo over the Christmas holiday. So yes,
Yeah.
Mm, mm.
from
I
season
mean,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, you
Mikey,
watch
I
it from
think it's,
season one.
I've never watched Fargo before, so I'm
No, but are
excited.
you gonna watch it in order?
Yeah.
Okay.
you don't have to. It's anthology.
Ooh.
Wait,
Yeah,
no, but you knew
yeah,
that now.
I did. I did.
Yeah.
I was like, look
yeah,
at him,
Um.
using big words,
yeah.
trying to confuse me.
Okay. Yeah, you're up next.
It's my turn. Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So my number 4 pick is. I need to check my notes. Oh my god, all my picks are gone. Okay.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But I just shook my iPhone, so it came back.
Ooh. Okay.
Just yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah, iPhone
Ads. No
14
free
Pro
ads.
Max,
No free ads. Can we continue?
2022.
No, no time. Okay.
Hey, can we
Okay,
continue?
so my next episode is from a show that TMT talked about. It is the pilot of The Last of Us.
Hmm.
Mm,
I think the first half of the pilot, well, before it skips to 20 years later, I think that is some of the most high octane.
I don't think that's 20 minutes. I think that's like a whole hour.
Oh yeah, that part
Yeah. I
before
think it's a whole hour of present day.
of present day, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's so high octane, and then there's such like really good small moments of storytelling, like her fixing his watch and giving it to him on his birthday and talking
Yeah.
about the cake, and you know
mm.
what's about to come. I
You
think
know
I
what's
think that
happening?
juxtaposition works so well. I was in awe. I was actually floored
I can
by this
imagine.
pilot. I love the pilot of The Last of Us. Um,
Yeah.
I've never played the game, so I don't know how it actually played out in the game. But man, I downloaded it after I watched the pilot. I downloaded Last of Us. I've not played it still, but I will.
I'm proud of you.
Uh, yeah. I'm trying to think of something. If she was just trying to confirm something.
Also, the cold open is incredible.
Hmm.
The cold open of this season is incredible, where they have that news show and they're talking to the I don't know if it's news, some educational show,
It's
they're
like
talking
it's like
to
a round
two
table kind of thing.
scientists,
Yeah.
yeah, about what like microorganisms we should be afraid of, and they talk about the fungi.
Yeah, that was fire.
It's so solid. It hits so hard every time.
Also, a fun guy in Uruguay.
Exactly. Shout out Craig
Yeah.
Mazin, man. That's my boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Chernobyl, obviously, but yeah.
Chernobyl, man. Chernobyl. Yeah.
So, just on one Last of Us, obviously, both Murray Bartlett and Nico Forman got nominated for guest actor in the drama series,
Hmm.
Mm.
but also both Lamar Johnson and Kelvin Woodard got nominated. They're the Black Brothers.
Disgusting brothers.
No, wow, wow. Well, I didn't know you just equated black to disgusting. Wow.
No, you said brothers, so I was doing that was a Succession callback, and
I
you
Yeah.
know it,
know, I
and you know
know,
it. You know,
cause,
in
cause I know.
in America Decides, Shiv actually asked Greg, "Oh, I thought you were disgusting brothers." It's really good. It's such a
I have
good
a
episode.
question for you guys. I have a
Go
question for you
ahead.
guys.
Yeah.
Do you think that plot point was a reference to, um, like what's the name of the character, the actor that plays Greg,
Nicholas
Tall boy.
Braun.
Nicholas Braun? You
Yeah.
know there were these like Hollywood rumors. Are we allowed to talk about that on the show?
Probably not, because I don't know where you're about to go with this and Hollywood
There are
rumors and
Hollywood rumors
Disgusting
that what
Brothers.
that was.
You
Like
keep
New
saying
York, so it was like Hollywood / New York rumors about how like he's just been a sleazebag since he blew up with Succession and he's always hitting on
Oh,
girls and blah blah.
really?
Yeah, so that was like it was a big news item that came out at the time, and it came out about I want to say like 8 months before the season aired. So I thought like it was a little like
I mean, probably, maybe.
yeah, like a way of addressing that. Yo, Greg, you've gone off the rails as a human being.
It's like,
Or
bro, calm down.
maybe not that intensely, but just like yeah, like a
Yeah,
subtle jab.
Fair.
yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
my
Banky, what's your
turn.
number 4 and 5
My
show?
number 4 is from Mrs. Davis. season
Mm,
1, episode 5. A
really?
great place to drink to gain control of your drink.
Mm.
Mrs. Davis was a show that I greatly enjoyed, but never
Speak
fully loved.
speak truth to power, brother.
I know
How
TMT
how
loved it.
dare you also?
I knew I
I
was
was
gonna.
gonna say,
I knew I was gonna
you
annoy
knew where he was going.
you. Yes. Um,
I
I,
agree with
I,
you though. It's
yeah,
not me that said it, but
I
I
never
agree with you.
fully loved the show. Like I greatly enjoyed it. But I think
I
this
get what you're
episode,
saying.
episode 5, was the first time that I was locked in for lack of a
You
better.
sat up.
Yeah, and this is the episode of anyone that has watched Mrs. Davis. If you haven't, go check Mrs. Davis. I know I just said I didn't love it, but I greatly enjoyed it. Like there are so many shows that I could watch nowadays that I would not greatly enjoy. Um, this is the kind of a flashback episode essentially. Is kind we find out more about this character named Clara. Um, Going over the plot will not really make sense because again it's a flashback episode. But Betty Gilpin and Jake McDormand's chemistry here, just this was the point. Like you start to see where this story could go between the two characters. Their chemistry sparks start flying. It's a really funny episode.
Mm.
They have this recurring bit of like them interrupting the story that is being told, and
Hmm.
it's really really well done, really funny. And then in the episode, there's a relationship that kind of a new relationship that is kind of created in the last 20 minutes or so,
Mm.
and like it really worked for me. The payoff, the resolution of that relationship, everything that worked, it just really really worked for me. I It's the episode, I think I watched episode maybe in August, and I just wrote down my notes. Best episode of the year, like one of the best episodes of the year, like August. Before I even knew I was doing this episode,
Oh wow.
I was like, this is an episode that like, and I think because a lot of Mr. Top was like, I was like, oh hi, okay, hi, okay, and I was like, oh no, this is like a full hour of just me being fully invested, and I really
Oh,
really enjoyed this
Lindelof.
episode.
Love that.
Yeah, Lindsay loved. Yeah, I rewatched it the other day, and yeah, I really like this episode, episode 5 of Mrs. Davis. Um, any thoughts? You guys are both seen Mrs. Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No notes though. Where do you
To
think this
quote,
ranks in other like Lindelof shows?
I'm the wrong person to ask about that.
That's
You
true.
know that.
You haven't
well,
seen
I
it.
have
isn't it just
I have
this
homework.
watch? It's this Watchmen and Lost, right?
Leftovers.
No, Leftovers.
Oh, I hate that show.
Oh my
Oof.
god, really? TMT, this is
I'm no, I'm
shocking.
Oh,
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I
He's not
watched.
kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Burn him.
No, no. I'm kidding. I
our
watched it.
reaction stunned him. He was like, ooh.
It's
Wrong
like
crowd.
okay,
Tough crowd.
take this.
I
Roll
mean,
it
I
back.
haven't
Roll it back.
seen it, but yes.
No, I watched the first episode and I was like, oh, what kind of Left Behind shit is going on here? And I just freed it after
I mean,
because
fair.
Left Behind just rubs me the wrong way. Just as a media
Yeah,
franchise.
you rather you prefer to go watch the actual Libyan movie with Nicolas Cage.
No, no, he doesn't want to be reminded of it. That would
Yeah,
be
none of
terrible.
them. None of them.
um,
Fair.
yeah, I have to watch Left.
I
I have to watch
I
Leftovers.
really like Mrs. Davis, but I agree with you. I never loved it. There was never a point where
Mm.
I was like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
waiting to watch this.
that was me talking about leftovers, but like for Mrs. Davis, well, I guess to just to quote the great Zach Fox.
Okay. So much Zach Fox airtime on this episode. I wasn't expecting it.
That's what happens when we drink.
Yeah,
Fair. Okay, that's true.
to quote the great Zach Fox, AI this, AI that. AI needs some head.
You brought that quote how many times on this podcast? Do you want to just like have it as
Yeah,
your tagline every
I'm
time you come
sorry,
on this podcast?
I'm sorry, but there are too many shows about AI. That's
Oh my
also
god.
that's also my quote for the creator. That's my quote for AI, artificial intelligence, the film. That's my quote for
Do you want? Can I tell you something?
class of '07. Is that what this show is?
Oh my
Class of
god.
'06.
Oh
Yes.
my. So
You
you
know, I
guys,
just watched that.
so I was doing my like trying to compile my list for top 10, which you guys will hear in a couple of weeks. And there's some shows that I haven't watched, but I remember that I haven't watched them. I'm like, oh, I want to get back to them at some point, like White House Plumbers, things like that. And I
Yeah,
was going through my calendar and I was like, Class of '09. I was like, I completely forgot about you. And this is a show
yeah.
that has like Rooney Mara, sorry, no, Kate Mara and Brian Terry. I was like, I completely forgot about you
It's
as Ish. Did anybody here watch it?
I
it's
watched
also
it.
got
Is it
it's
good?
got the guy. It's okay. It's got the guy
It's
from.
not terrible.
So it's not good. So it's not good.
It's not
it's,
terrible.
it's not terrible. It's got the guy from Mrs.
Same.
Davis. What's his name?
Wasn't the main guy, Jake McDormand.
Mm.
Jake McDormand. Yeah, he's in
Oh,
it.
our
He's
boy
the
Yeah,
from
main
and he also
character.
has one babe. I forget her name.
our boy
I
from
really like her
Limitless.
though.
Yeah.
Um,
Also going back to the shows that make me say, "Yeah, I want some head." Is Westworld, The 100, Knight Rider, Oldie but Goldie, Altered Carbon.
Night
What
Rider.
else?
Oh my
That
god.
was AI. I'm sorry. Zordon from
Oh
Power
my
Rangers is
god.
also Zordon from Power Rangers is also
The problem
technically
is that you're
AI.
not
From
reading this off a list. Like you're saying
no,
it
this
off
is
the
like
top of your head. This is how annoyed you are.
no.
Um,
There's just so many annoying shows about it. Sorry, Mr. Robot. What else? Black Mirror. I
Mr.
think
Robot
I've
does not
gotten
have
Mr.
all of
Robot is
AI.
them.
not AI.
Mr. Robot does not have AI.
Yeah.
There's AI in Mr.
I
Robot,
don't think there's
surely.
AI, Mr.
Which
Robot.
AI
I'm
Mr.
There's
Robot
no
might
AI,
get?
Mr. Robot.
There's 100% AI in
There's no
Mr.
AI,
Robot, and
Mr. Robot.
the fact that you guys have challenged me on this is proof that you are part of
We are part of
the,
the system.
Well
the deep fake deep state. Um,
done.
Do you know another
Well
AI
done.
show? Person of interest. Great show.
yeah,
Yeah.
person of interest. How could I forget? Does Travelers have any AI? I haven't seen that
I
yet, but it
don't
looks
think
very
so.
AI heavy.
Speaking of, we mentioned two Nolan shows. Yeah, you've seen the trailer for Fallout, right?
I haven't. Is it out?
Yes, I have. I
Yeah,
have.
yeah, it's out.
Ooh, exciting. Does
Okay,
it look good?
it looks interesting.
It looks like
It looks
Fallout, bro.
it.
It looks like
That's I don't.
Fallout.
That's,
Using
that's why I said that
euphemisms.
because I don't know what Fallout vibe is, but it has like a very like tongue in cheek vibe, which I didn't expect.
It's
Oh,
it's very kitschy, like just like 1960s,
Taylor
50s,
Kitsch.
like cold, like Red Scare, but like we're
Yeah,
moving
like
into the
there's a
future.
there's a frame in the trailer which says from the studio that bought you the boys and
Oh,
Mm,
next day delivery.
mm.
I didn't expect that in the trailer about Fallout. You get what I mean?
fair.
That's a very like
Because that was not in the trailer for Peripheral.
yes, they were not having fun in trailer for Peripheral.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
So I was like, oh, I didn't know this kind of vibe we're going for, which is I mean it's very on Nolan, so it might be interesting. I'll definitely check it out. It has people that Michael Emerson is in
Bro,
it.
guess it's very on Nolan, so it might be interesting.
Yeah.
No, I said it's very on like it's
That's
unlike
kind of
Nolan.
funny, man.
Michael Emerson is in it, so
Oh, that's my boy.
yeah, and then obviously Walton Goggins and people that we like. Okay,
Is it my
let me
time?
say something. I can't remember.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
I remember I saw the Golden Globes nominations the other day, and they have a new category which is because Golden Globes are trying to be relevant. I think it's
Most
greatest
handsome
achievement,
Nigerian actor. Sorry, what were you saying?
greatest achievement in like box office or theatrical
Yeah, I saw
something
that.
What?
whatever.
I saw
And
that.
then they
Yeah.
put Mission Impossible. I was like, guys, this movie did not make money. I was like, what were you doing
How
here?
much money did they make?
Not enough. Remember, because Oppenheimer and Barbie killed it.
Yeah, they killed it.
I don't think it made
I
up to
think
500 in the end.
Damn, really?
do you know what I think happened? I think after
How much
Top
did
Gun,
Marvels make?
Oh no,
not a
let's not
lot.
let's not go there.
Yeah, less than budget, way less than budget.
I
I don't
think
think it ma-
because of
I don't
Flower
think
Moon was
Marvel's
earning
made
more than
200
that.
m. I don't
Yeah,
think it made 200
I don't
m.
give it to 200. Yeah.
Okay, wait, but hold on. I think here's what happened. I think Top Gun happened, and Tom Cruise was like, "Listen,
Oh, they're rocking is 567. But sorry, continue.
oh, that's not terrible." No,
Come
yeah,
on, budget is like 300.
yeah, but for both films now.
Damn.
Fair, true. I don't know
Yeah,
actually.
no, it's
No,
both
I
for
think
both films.
there's no way it's 300 for both films. The time is
It might
150
be.
Uh,
for one film, 150
if they
for 2.5
shoot,
hour Mission Impossible
no,
film.
no, not like if no, you don't break it down like that now. They shoot both films back to back.
They shoot
It's
them back to back.
significantly cheaper, of
Okay, but
course.
still, they're shooting what 8 months?
Yeah, it's still significantly cheaper than if you spaced it out and made them two
Yeah,
separate
fair.
properties. So then what you now do is you're now taking the marketing. You're taking the marketing, which is like always half the budget or something like that. So let's
Mm.
say
Yeah.
the budget for both films is three. Well, how much was it? 300.
Wikipedia says 291.
Okay, so yeah, 291, and then you now yeah, it's made its money back. The only thing is you now have to factor in marketing for the next film.
Yeah.
So the
I
next
mean,
film just
the
has to
next
make
film will make money. Next film will not have Barbenheimer to fight with.
true,
That's fair.
unless
The next
unless
film
there's
will
a
make
sequel.
money.
There's a sequel of both, which would be
What
not good for
happened?
the human
What
race.
happens in Oppenheimer too? What happened? What more can he do?
What
Funny enough,
happened in Oppenheimer too, man?
He's done a lot already. What more can he do?
you know, the Oppenheimer family is also like a large family. Like they have a South African branch, and they're like massive
Wait, so
industrialists.
what is this like a Citadel thing? Are we
Is it
Hey
going?
like
man,
Elon
Are we,
Musk?
hey
are,
man.
are we
Is
seeing
Elon
Oppenheimer
Musk
in
in
India?
Oppenheimer?
My name is rated
Don't do this.
Oppenheimer.
Don't
No,
do this. Don't
I
do
shouldn't do
this.
a South African
No,
accent.
please don't do it. Okay, am I next? Am I? No, I'm not next.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
next.
No, you have to do 5. I think you just done 4.
Oh, I'm doing my 5. Okay, yeah. So my number 4 is Mr. Dave. My number 5 is from Dave.
Fuck
Episode.
you.
Did you have one on Dave?
That was gonna be my surprise one next. What episode?
Episode 6.
Okay.
I don't think I think
Never
I know
got
what
one.
yours. I think I know what yours would be if you have a Dave episode.
Yeah, I do have a Dave episode.
My Dave episode 6, titled hashtag RIP Lil Dicky.
So
I
good.
think the middle part of this season is so fucking good.
So
I
good.
think from the Storm episode up to like Met Gala, I could have picked any episode I wanted.
That's
Mm.
true.
But I think this episode, I'm just trying to go with my initial thoughts. Watching this episode, I was like, what are you guys doing? This is like we knew what Dave was, and when you could go be absurd, you could go quiet Atlanta sometimes, and you could do whatever you were doing.
True.
But then I was like, this episode just felt like they were just, first of all, the premise is ridiculous because there's an explosion and people think Dave is dead, and then decide to like let that run for a bit to help with their Billboard charts and everything. And then when you go from there, there's just like there's absurdist humor, there's a bit of like a horror tinge. He has a conversation with like Anne Frank. It's just you just feel the show like operating on a different level, different plane. I just really, really enjoy it. I rewatched this today before recording. I was like, I could go with any of like 4 or 5 episodes from the middle part, from like 5 to 8 or whatever. But I was like, no, I want to go with this particular one. I really don't take it. I think it's like, yeah, I think we kind of see why he does certain things.
I'm
And
so happy you brought that up because I was going to use Dave as like a surprise pick
mm-hmm.
because
Mm.
I think I mentioned this to you that I think Dave was the funniest show of the year
Yeah, I was going to talk
and
about it
it
when
should
I give
have.
my top 10.
Yeah, and I think it should be winning the best comedy things, but then the bear is fucking cheating and putting himself in the comedy section where it shouldn't be. It should be the fucking drama section. But like, let's not get into that. White people are always gonna try and weasel their
Wow.
way into places
Okay.
they shouldn't. Cut that
Jesus.
out.
Okay. Nope.
Uh,
100% not.
anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very happy you brought that up.
So I guess it's your turn to talk about your Dave episodes as well then.
Yeah, so my actual number 5 pick is The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel,
Mm.
Yeah.
and I could have picked one of two episodes, either the test Testosterone
Oh, Tesserostro. Yeah, I forgot
or
about that.
4 minutes, but I've picked 4 minutes, which is the season and series finale,
You have to pick for me because he has her in it.
and it is some of the best. I think it's some of the best joke writing that they've done so far, and yeah, incredible
Yeah.
episode. We've done a whole episode on Miss Maisel this
Yeah,
year.
we
I
don't.
think it was this
I'm
year, so
talking about Mrs. Maisel.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. But yeah, that was
Just while we're here, what would be your Dave episode? Met Gala.
no, and
Ooh.
I thought about Met Gala, but it wouldn't have Met Gala. It was Dream Girl. I think Dream
Mm.
Girl, which is episode 9 of this season of Dave,
Is that okay?
really
Okay.
cuts to the heart of what this show was trying to do this season, which
Yeah.
I didn't think they were trying to do anything lofty. I thought they were just doing another season of Dave, but
I,
That's why he has
I,
the
I
I,
fight with
I, I,
Chloe Bennett,
I
right?
thought
yes.
I thought they were working on it, but I thought they were going to miss the mark. I was
Yeah.
like, they spent so much time doing this, and they're not going to know this
But they've
thing. They're
never.
just going to
Why would
let
you
it
guys?
fall.
Because they've never missed the mark before. They've been very scathing about Dave as a selfish person, a selfish friend. Like, why would you think that now is the time they will
Yeah,
not?
but I felt like this episode really came together and brought a lot of the threads that they were doing this season together. I guess they kind of cheated because they
Yeah,
framed it as, a documentary or him helping his friend to
Yeah.
edit a documentary about his life. But
I,
I just thought
I,
it was excellent. I think Chloe Bennett is so good in
she's
this
As
brilliant.
season.
babes. Yeah.
I think she's so good in this season, but especially in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I didn't think they missed the map. I was hoping they would because I don't like Dave reminds me of myself a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Not with the weird sex shit, obviously. I don't give a fuck about any of his weird fetishes, but like,
Sure,
especially about the fact that like he has this like
we believe you.
he has please do he has this like crazy idea of like who he should be with
Oh.
and what that's supposed to look like. And
Okay. Can we
he's
can we
always like
go into
he's
this?
always like I mean I don't think we're supposed to. I don't think we're that kind of podcast. But like
You brought it
I
up. I can be that kind of podcast if I
We
want.
can
If
be
you want
whatever
to.
no
we
no
want to
no
be
Yeah, I
no.
kind
can
of
be whatever I
podcast we
want to
want to
be.
be.
Okay, suddenly it's like fucking fucking Stonewall here.
For like 80
Before I
minutes
was
of
like, oh,
the
this is a film, but you wouldn't let me get my risky jokes off though.
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. Don't feel I
Look,
need
if
to
this
cut
is
off.
your safe place as a black man, go for it.
Yeah.
We're
No,
here
no,
to
no. It's
listen.
just like I feel like there's just certain people who have like just crippling amounts of main character syndrome, and you
Mm,
tie yourself to like your achievements or what your life looks like or what you're working on project wise and all of that, and then that also factors into like who you think you should date, you
Mm.
know, and it's very fucked up. But like I saw like I couldn't watch. It took me a long time to go through that episode because I was
Oh
just like,
wow.
this is crazy. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. This is probably for my therapist, but I'm glad you've brought this up because I'm going to make her watch this episode, and then yeah, I'm going to give her some homework. So she's always
Can you
giving me
can
homework.
you
Let me
please
give her
make
some
her
homework for once.
can you make her watch like tell her this is where you have to watch this to understand me, but you have to watch all 29 episodes before this first.
I can't do that. I can make her watch one episode. I can make her watch like I'll download the episodes and then I'll trim it down to like the main 7 minutes.
Just be like to fully understand me as a patient, you need to watch all 29 episodes of Dave, and then you
Yeah,
can get me.
that's insane. But yeah, I think she gets me already. I think it's just about me getting myself and breaking out of patterns. Okay, anyway, whose turn
Yeah.
is it, please?
Hashtag blackmail mental health. We love to see it.
Oh my god.
Um, it's your turn.
The
Thank
reason
you.
I
Holy
didn't want to
shit.
talk about Mrs. Maisel is,
Go on.
you know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Why didn't we talk about Mrs. Maisel actually? Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true. I forgot. Huh?
you know why.
Shy Baldwin,
No, no.
solidarity.
Yeah, why didn't we talk about Mrs. Maisel? Because
Free Palestine, man. You already know what it is, man.
I'm sorry, but I know
this is a
he's
street
a
thing. Oh my
psychopath.
god.
This is a crazy human. Okay, okay.
No worries. Like, well, like 90 minutes in, nobody's listening at this point.
Wow.
Just so y'all know where I stand.
I said even the fictional Jews. I'm not. This.
Holy
Okay, no. But yeah, obviously free Palestine. TMT, your
um
final episode.
sorry, I'm loading up a sorry, I'm trying to load up a sound
Oh
a
god.
sad a sad track because my final episode is very near and dear to my heart. Sad royalty free.
Better be royalty free because I don't have the money.
Okay. All right. Can you hear this? Thank God I pay for YouTube Premium.
We
Can you hear
can't
this?
hear anything. I can't hear
Can't hear
anything.
anything.
Nothing yet.
No.
No.
Wow.
Maybe
I
that's the
guess
sign.
I guess you shouldn't be paying for YouTube Premium then.
It's not really. I think it's like I think it's like my podcast. Can
Oh
you hear this?
You know
no.
what? Send me the track. I'll put you on that what you want to say. Say what you're saying.
Okay, I'll send you the track. Okay, so basically, in the summer of 20, you know where I'm going with this, right?
Not really.
Like
Okay,
not at
no,
all.
relax.
It's like
I have no clue where you're
Uh,
going.
Let me land. Okay, in March 2022, HBO gave us a beautiful show about brotherhood, friendship, sports, rivalry, black men that are really tall, some white men that are really tall, but
uh
ultimately not great at sports. It is called Winning Time, the LA Dynasty, the rise of the LA Dynasty. And in the second season, we got season 2, episode 6, also known as Beat LA.
is that episode 6?
Yeah, Beat.
Oh.
No, I think we only had 7 this season, but
Oh
like
yeah, we did. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
it was honestly some of the best writing I've seen in my life. Just for a show like that. And I think what made it worse was the fact that the next episode was the last episode and the show got cancelled
Should
prematurely.
Sad.
Wait, episode 6 is that like the one that we kind of go through like the 83 season?
Yes. Well, no.
Uh,
Episode 7 goes to the 83 season, mostly because
no. Are you sure? Episode 7 is the one that just focuses on the finals now between Boston, and there's one that kind of does like a montage of the entire season. Like we see them win, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure episode 6 we see them win, and then they
Banky,
lose the final
listen to
again.
me. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's
So
that is
can I do my show?
you can do your show.
Thank
Very
you.
often don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so that tracks.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why that's why I said
That's
I'm
what
it.
you
trying,
did. Yeah.
So yeah,
trying to help you.
yeah, I'm just trying to run my episode. So basically, Lakers are just coming off of a recent championship. They're losing like motherfuckers, Norm just got terrible news about how Jerry Boss is treating him. Um, um, Boss is being, I think he's being taken for everything he's got by Honey, who I loved by the way for the season. She does seem like a really wholesome stepmother, but also that might just be due to how much porn I consume. I'm kidding. Relax,
Jesus
relax,
Christ.
relax, relax. It's a joke. I'm a comedian. It's a jokey joke, jokey, jokey joke. Anyway, um,
Matt Rife.
oh, don't. How dare you? How dare you?
It's a
How dare
joke.
you?
Joking
Uh,
joke.
Joking joke.
Nah, but it's just like seeing the Lakers go through like just a bunch of stuff. You see the Celtics go through all their stuff, and like it's a historical moment between the two teams. They're like just facing, forward to facing each other at the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Celtics lose,
Mm-hmm.
and they start to chant
Mm-hmm.
for the team that beat them,
Mm-hmm.
and they say, "Banky
Beat LA. Beat
beat
LA.
LA,
Which is an insane
beat
thing to do.
LA,
How can you
beat
how can your fans be chanting in the stadium after they just lost that the opposing
LA."
team should go and beat their it's like
I
how
think
much of a
it's
hater are you?
no, they hated LA, and I
Generation.
think it's probably the only time like the Celtics didn't try and physically assault members of a team that had just beaten them
Probably, yeah. They had
because
more important things. They were like, well, you need to go and actually
they
beat
had
these
just
guys.
given them an assignment, and obviously, I think what I really like about it is that the Lakers see the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
and what do they say?
Fuck Boston. And
Come
I
on,
love that scene so much.
pure Adam McKay storytelling. It's just aggressive and like
Ugh.
funny, but also like it doesn't sacrifice the emotional stakes of the moment. It's his pure charisma in the form of TV.
So you guys are saying I have to go watch this season now because I didn't
Oh, you
plan
have
on
to watch the
watching
Wait,
show.
it.
but
It's good.
you watched the first season
I watched the first season, but I didn't plan
and
on
you
watching
liked
it.
the first season.
I liked the
Yeah.
first season, but
So why didn't
I
you watch
didn't
the
plan on
second season?
because I saw it was cancelled. I was like, man,
Mhm.
I got a lot on my plate right now. I'll get to it when I get to it. I wasn't really planning on watching it, but now you guys have made it sound cool.
Is
It's
it?
So I'm
very
gonna
cool.
watch it.
If
I'm gonna watch it.
anything, I would say Winning Time is a fucking cool show.
It
And I
is
have a
cool.
lot of friends who are into sports and they don't really
Yeah.
watch the show. And I think they don't really watch it because it got cancelled or I don't know, they just haven't gotten around to it. But I've told them, listen, you guys are cool guys, you like sports, it's a cool show, it's about sports. Watch the fucking show.
Yeah, cool
But I think
guys,
they've
man.
just seen too many 30 on 30 documentaries from ESPN and they think they know everything about that era. But it's like, no, guy. It's the truth, but they've like embellished other parts to make it more fun. Go and fucking watch the show.
I don't know, TMT. I
Yeah.
respect you so much. You're
Yeah.
like top 5 people I respect in my life. But I do think the episode you're describing is not episode 6. I think it's episode 5 you're describing.
Oh shit,
It's
shit,
quite, it's quite
TMT.
possible. It's quite
I mean,
possible.
I'll
I
do my
just,
research after we record this, but I just feel like it's episode 5 you're describing. Like episode 6 titled Beat LA, but I think the episode where they actually said it for the first time was episode 5.
holy shit, I'm sorry. I take everything I've said back.
No, I mean the content still stands. It's just I think it's just the episode number that is different.
Right, right, right.
But
I hear what you're
obviously
saying.
I'll confirm it when I'm doing editing.
All right,
But
you
everything
can.
still stands.
I'll send you like voice samples of my voice, so you can just post it on the
Use it with
parts where I
AI.
said,
No,
yeah.
I'm not gonna change anything. This is all gonna stay in.
AI needs some work.
This is all gonna stay in. I'm just gonna change the title and the graphics. What's going on? Okay, I think we need to wrap up because people are clearly
I need people to think that I know what I'm talking about, so I can't have you just going around willy nilly just editing
Okay, wait,
face value.
honestly,
Yeah,
do you want to do it again?
no, 100% not. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
so what are you talking about?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
Oh my
It's a
god.
jokey
It was
joke.
a jokey joke.
It's a
Okay.
jokey joke. It's a jokey joke.
We've actually guys, we just put out 15 episodes of TV.
Hey,
Nice.
And I
How
think
long did it
all
take
of them
us?
came out before
No,
June.
no. Um, when
not
did
Fargo.
Foundation come out?
Oh, okay, Foundation. Oh yeah, Fargo as well. No, I think okay, Foundation was probably summer. Foundation was probably summer.
It was summer, but I don't remember when in the summer.
Yeah.
It feels like summer.
But okay.
But I did
Any
think
final
about
shout
that. A lot
outs?
of my favorite episodes were like in the first quarter, not even first half.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Yeah,
first
I
half.
mean, it's like I'll talk about it when I'm doing my top 10, but like it's all that Emmys rush, isn't it? That Emmys window. Any final shout outs before I wrap up?
I don't have any final shout outs, but I'd like to get into a little conversation before we head out.
Let's
Okay.
get into it. Yeah.
People are talking so much shit about the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and it's pissing me off because the actual film is not fucking good.
I mean
It's
that makes
not a
sense.
good movie. It makes no fucking sense. He's a worldwide international assassin. She's a super spy for a fucking spy agency that works out of the fucking World Trade Center or some bullshit. They would know who the fuck they were dating. It's a stupid ass premise. I'm sorry, but it is. The one thing about spies is that they have fucking intelligence. Intelligence. It's a CIA, central guys. Stop it. It's a bad film. It's a bad film. It is. It is. They are sexy,
I
granted,
was gonna say,
yes.
but TMT, they're hard.
They're so hot
It's
though.
so weird though that like people forget how bad this film was. It wasn't
No,
good.
it's not.
This one was like, yeah,
It's
go
not
on.
Actually,
supposed to be good.
I rewatched it recently. I think when I had
Why?
Yes.
COVID because I had
Yeah.
COVID. And I was like, I haven't watched Mr. Smith in a long time.
I love how
Um,
you said like you had COVID, like that was a good reason for doing
Yeah.
anything. But go on, please.
It's like, oh, COVID brain. Oh,
Yeah.
so I think you're right. The premise is the movie is dumb. The
Yes.
movie fully coasts on
Bad
their
film.
hotness and their
Yes.
chemistry. 100%. There's nothing else. But like, we
isn't
need
that
to have
good
movies like
action?
that. We need to have movies like that. where we enjoy- I do agree with you though, because I think that everybody's talking shit about this movie based on the fact that they're not as hot as Brad
Yeah.
and Angelina were. And I'm like, we're here talking about, we're here to watch this TV show, man. Like, can we just behave ourselves? Everybody's like, oh, this would probably most likely be a better piece of entertainment than Mr. and Mrs. Smith, as in terms of like
Look.
made.
Yeah.
That's for you people's pockets. Because if they're not hot, they're not hot. They're not hot.
Oh
Yeah,
my
People are
but
god.
not gonna watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith if they're not hot, and that's just facts, man. Like
Fair
they
enough.
can win Emmys, they can win Golden Globes. Niggas, the
so
streets will never
if
be
it was a
involved.
different, it was a different title. It was a different
Yeah,
title.
yeah. I think with a different title it makes more sense. I
Yeah.
think the title really fucks them.
Everyone was just being
And
rude,
nobody
man.
else will.
Have you guys seen that supporting cast? For fuck's
But
sake, man.
It's insane. It looks like the supporting cast of the fucking bear, bro. It's like
It
insane. Like just guest stars.
It's like
It's
Paul
insane.
Dano. I think Sarah Paulson is there.
Sarah Paulson,
Nicola
yeah.
Cole.
John Turturro, whatever his fucking
Yeah,
last
like
name is. Yeah.
what's Hellboy's name? Ron Perlman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah,
Yes.
I agree with you. I agree with both of you. I agree with you, TMT, that people are being too harsh on it, and I also agree that the movie is just mostly hot people, and that's fine. We need that
No, we
in our
don't.
cinema. Yes,
Yes,
we
we
do.
do.
Come on, how
Yes,
about? Of course we do.
people
Dog.
need dumb stuff.
No,
It's
I agree with you
fun.
about dumb stuff. I think you guys are right. Yes, people need dumb stuff. But like that movie, I don't know how
Nobody
to
has ever
explain.
called it a classic. TMT.
Do you remember when Busta Rhymes did a parody of that movie into
No,
a song, a music video? I love my
Which
baby,
music
yeah.
video?
I love my girl, I
Oh
love my baby,
shit!
yeah,
I
yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't
And
seen
remember.
it's
that
just,
video.
yeah, and the
I
music
haven't
video
seen the
was
video to that song. No.
yeah, it's insane. You should watch it after. But like,
Anyway,
god
but
damn,
I do agree
it's
with
not.
you.
I just hate that like they're holding because like Maya is a super fucking talented actor.
Mm-hmm.
Donald is a great actor slash writer. He's not a great actor, but he's a good actor, great writer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he has taste. He's producing this thing. The people involved objectively just have more talent than I guess actually both Angelina
Come
Jolie
on,
and Brad,
Abba.
both Jolie and
Like I said, objectively.
And
yeah, no,
Tate.
just for putting
Those are
together.
great actors. Let's be about Abba. Let's respect
No, no,
ourselves.
yeah,
Yeah,
I realized they're both hot, but they both won
yeah,
Oscars.
they're
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
also
both Oscar
really
winners.
good.
Like,
They're
they're
also
both
really
Oscar
good at their
winners.
jobs.
I would
You
say
know,
that everyone
I guess
working behind the camera on this is better.
I don't
Who,
actually know anything
who
about
there?
who
I
directed it.
feel like
Doug
I feel like
Lyman.
Doug Liman. It was Doug Liman. I
Yeah,
fucking knew it. I knew it.
but
All those white shots of the desert. I knew it was that fucking
he's
nonsense
like a
man.
50-50 guy. He's like Edge of Tomorrow, but also like the movie with Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland.
Didn't he do like the first Bourne movie?
Is that
Yeah,
Cherry?
like he has one great, one terrible, one great, one terrible.
He also did Swingers. He has
Like
some
the
good
latest,
shit.
yeah, like latest season morning show.
Mm. Oh yeah, but that one with Tom Holland and Daisy, that's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
That's a piece of
I
shit
haven't
film.
watched it. Okay,
He directed Jumper. Sorry, sorry,
he did Jumper.
he did Jumper.
Oh my god, he's really
You
all
see,
over the map.
you see, Jumper
God.
actually tracks with like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It makes sense. It makes sense that whoever directed Mr. and Mrs. Smith
But Edge
also
of
then did
Tomorrow,
Jumper. that just means he got a little better. He got
No,
a
but
little
the first Bond film was
was also
2001,
really good.
two.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
he's really
You know,
like up and down.
he just directed that Jake Gyllenhaal Roadhouse movie.
Oh, the one that he was a UFC for.
Yeah, exactly. Also, a lot
Um,
of his movies involve white men with like short hair, like
is that his
army,
Nolan version? He
yeah,
actually
like
did
army
Jumper.
short hair. Yeah, he did Jumper.
Mad. Okay, let's wrap up the others. We're going to be talking for another hour plus. Guys, thank you very
That was a
much.
really long episode.
It was a long episode, but it was fun. It was
You're
really
a long
fun.
episode.
I try.
Eh,
Um,
What do you
guys,
mean like
please
that?
next week Chinasa will be here talking about the bear. Chinasa and Afolabi.
which Chinasa?
Um, Chinasa Anukam of Is This It Taken and Competition with Friends fame.
Wow.
She was on Problem Man once also.
TMT.
Just
It's currently
She's also hosting Native Land, isn't she?
that is true. Yes. Ah,
That's
speaking
TMT.
of
amazing.
which, I have
TMT
to.
is currently the middle of January. Is there anything that you want to send our listeners to go watch or listen that you've done recently?
Um, I I imagine Problem Man season 2 will be out by then. The first episode has Chinasa and Santi together. It's very beautiful, passionate, and just like it's a great episode.
Passionate.
And what else do I have
Why is
coming
it
out?
passionate?
Because
Because
it's
it
just
has
fucking.
Chinasa
There's a
and
lot of
Santi.
passion. Like it's fucking funny.
There's
Like
a
they're both
passion.
really into the show and like what they are talking about, and it's just nice to watch. Also, what else? I think Mr. and Mrs. Smith will be out by then. Maybe Feb.
I think it's Feb or March.
Yeah, maybe Feb. But like I don't know. Support that.
Okay. Uh, and in a couple of weeks, we'll all be back talking about my top 10 list. TV this year looks fun. House of Dragon will come back. Industry will be back. The boys will be back. So I assume that I would wrangle both TMT and
Boys are
AO back on this
back.
podcast at some point.
Boys are back.
Thank you very much for listening. Please check out
And
all our stuff and
also,
subscribe.
Banky, I want to thank you for how much you paid me for this episode. I know we've been going back and
You're
forth
very
for
like.
prices for a
Can
while,
we
but like
keep
it's
it?
just nice. Thank you.
Can we just keep
I
it
won't say the
easy?
amount. I won't say the
Yeah,
amount for 4,000, but it was great. It was a great. Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
Damn. Thank you
Pounds.
for my own payment too. It was 4-5, but like, he's just known
Yeah,
me a
can we
little
say this
more.
is why I don't want the numbers out there.
Sorry,
I'm
what
gonna
did
have
he
like a
just say?
whole thing about
What
how
did he just say?
nothing. And thank you guys very much for listening. Join us next week, and I'll be joined by Oscar winner Daniel Kalia. Bye, guys.